I feel like you've got
Sorry, in
to.
your offlane. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like you've got to go for like a lifestealer or. God, that hero is like it's good against the Sven, but you just don't farm fast enough, and that's the issue. Okay, the Grand Templar Assassin. Okay.
All right, so this gives you a couple of options. It plays in the mid lane fairly well, but the safe line as well if you absolutely have to. It lets you play around the map. You can teleport and do the same sort of things that I don't know, a lot of spirit heroes can with your split pushing. I think you probably end up going in eggs build this game where you separate these enemy heroes. Against an assassin, it's a little bit difficult. Just put the enemy team up because you can get jumped out of nowhere. But I don't mind it. I think it's one of your better options here for safely split pushing these waves and taking favorable team fights where you outnumber the enemies.
Yeah.
It plays in this Sven fairly well as well. You've got your refraction charges. You can absorb a lot of the hits of his god strength.
Well, we'll see what they decide to do here on the side of Infinity. It's gotta be a support pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking for the 5 here to help the Sven in the lane. There's, I mean, Wyvern's already banned. That would have been a very good one. But you can still go for the no, Shadow Demon's banned too. Okay. Not a lot of those left. Yeah. My 4 good heroes are banned. Bane. Yeah, Phoenix. Okay.
Phoenix. Man, that's a good hero.
Really good at dealing with the TA.
Mm-hmm. Mm. You know, I wouldn't have hated to see a Silencer in position 5 here.
That wouldn't have been bad. Silencer position 5 is kind of weird because like it's really hit or miss, I think. But in this game, yeah, it's actually a pretty solid Silencer pick.
Yeah, I think Omni Knight's going to be a struggle. All right, what do we got left here? Viper's been banned out, so it's almost certainly going to be Templar Assassin in the mid lane. We still need to position the penalty Invoker on the other side. That's interesting. I guess that they do have like decent combinations with the Cataclysm is something they have to worry about here, given the fact that Beastmaster Roar, Will-O-Wisp, and the Keeper of the Light. They could even run like Coddlemid and TA in the safe lane. They could mix things up a little bit here. It's almost certainly going to be position 5 Omni Knight though. I
5 seconds.
I would like to see like a soft carry in the bottom lane. I think Templar Assassin should be played in the mid here. And maybe a I mean, Luna and still kind of makes sense. And at this point, it's a little bit too late for them to pick up a Darkseer, right?
It's got to be too late for a Darkseer. I would imagine so. I think you need a real mid lane hero. And they get rid of the Viper, they get rid of the Pango. Both really good picks here. But yeah, you can't go back for a Darkseer unless you want to run it mid into the TA, which actually doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world, but it doesn't sound good.
5 seconds.
They have last pick on the side of Infinity, though, at the end of the day, and that's really strong. So they have a lot of options still available to them. 4G, get rid of the Invoker, the Storm. Those are definitely Kit's classic heroes. It is going to be the safe lane TA, almost guaranteed, against that Bloodseeker. Okay, and I'm wrong. I am an idiot now. It's going to be the safe lane Faceless Void, one of the few heroes in Dota 2 that can actually outcarry a Sven.
In the end, the Father Time hero does win. It's difficult to blow this guy up as well. He's going to have extra status resistance from the Omni Knight being on top of him. He's got Guardian Angel to work with here.
Very good against Bloodseeker's Rupture. Does basically no damage.
So they'll have ways to fight into Infinity if they end up taking this into the late game. You've got some saves from the Chronosphere, though. If you end up getting the Aghanim Scepter on Phoenix, you've got that available to you. So the last pick is here on Infinity. Like you said, it probably needs to be a mid pick, right?
Yeah, it feels like it does. It's TA in the mid lane, and I mean, what heroes do you have that are left? I mean, there's not many.
I would have said Dragon Knight if it was last patch. I'm not sure if it's good enough anymore, though.
You just don't even have follow-up for it this patch either.
A lot of time you want like AAA paired with it. I mean, Nick Assassin isn't that bad. Honestly, if Bloodseeker and Sven, and I guess even Nick Assassin could be your front liner, so you can have something that sits a little bit further back. I don't think they take Zeus, though. They take Razor.
That's a classic TA counter. I don't know why I didn't think of that one. It's a good Razor game. PP actually plays this hero quite a bit. It's going to be Mariana on the Bloodseeker like we expected for that off lane. And Sexy Yoge is going to be on his Phoenix, which I believe he actually plays quite a bit as well. So little bit of comfort picks here on the side of Infinity.
I have an update, by the way, from head admin Nina. Shout out to that guy, by the way, always keeping us on top. Mariano is going to be part of Infinity's roster for the entire duration of this event.
Oh, cool. So that's like an official roster change for this tournament. Okay.
Yep.
Very neat. Thank you, Mr. Nina. But yeah, I mean, we've got a pretty solid draft. I think the Razor rounds things out really well. But you still have this issue of a Faceless Void late game is pretty scary. I'm curious how Valkyrie is going to do here on this Beastmaster, because it is not a great Beastmaster game anymore.
No. All of a sudden, it is very difficult. I mean, even getting like Fire Spirits thrown at whatever you dominate, it's not attacking, essentially. It ends up getting cleaved down by the Sven. Mariano could clean things up pretty quickly as well and just heal up off of that in the middle of the team fight. This is a wild Nyx Assassin set, by the way.
Have you not seen this one? The Cthulhu
No.
one?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I have that. I have way too many Nyx Assassin sets, but I also have like the Crimson Immortals, so I gotta rock those.
Right. It's not about whether it looks cool. It's just got to be expensive.
No, the Crimson Immortals look amazing. I have a red Impale.
Ah.
I have like this giant red crystal Impale. It's amazing.
So it looks like Earth Spike.
All right. Looks like they're feeling pretty good about their draft.
Prepare for battle.
Well, welcome everyone back. In case you're just joining us, this is the BTS Pro Series season number 8. I'm rkryptic, of course, here with neph, and we're going into our second series here. It's Infinity versus Gringos. Gringos just coming off a 1-1 tied series against Hokori. So they did pretty good, but honestly, the draft this game, I've got to be leaning towards Infinity here, right? Like, it just feels very good with this last pick Razor.
Oh, right. My points.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you.
Thirty seconds to battle.
There we go. All right, I'm good.
As pressure builds.
I'm not gonna say who I bet on anymore.
No more
After you pointed
debating,
out the
Chad.
last game. Yeah, no more. I mean, I was right last time, but I don't want to be responsible for people's points.
I understand that.
Mhm.
All right.
right.
Let's see how this goes. Honestly, this bottom rune is going to be really rough for the Phoenix, so I'm just going to back off.
Bottom lane, I imagine it's gonna be a little bit difficult for Sven and yeah, throwing the Phoenix down here for a little bit. Mid lane, it's definitely gonna go to the way of PP here on the Razor.
Yeah, the only thing you can really do on the TA is try and just avoid the Razor in the lane entirely. So hope he like pushes it, maxing out the plasma field or something. But these first few levels are so bad.
Nice block at the start as well. Wave is exactly where Razor wants it to be.
Yeah, just gonna take the 25 damage. We'll use this to deny and last hit. He doesn't want to be able to sit on her the TA too much, and this is exactly what he's doing. He's gonna pull these creeps back. Wants to be able to deny his own range here, take this early XP advantage, and there's just not a lot you can do here on the TA to stop this from happening.
Yeah, not when you're missing that 25 damage. It's going over to the Razor. I don't imagine any kills going to happen here, so other than CS and War, it's not going to be too exciting. We want to look elsewhere. We want to look at from this top lane.
Bottom, which one? Bottom
is
top
probably going
lane?
to be where the majority of the action is.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Looks like there's probably just going to be doing like a can't block war in the top lane, which is never very exciting. It's cool to watch because you learn a lot about how to play your pubs.
No, people aren't here to learn; they're here to be entertained.
Yes, of course. They want blood. Who better than the Bloodseeker?
Ooh, nice Stormhammer use. Oh, he still denies it in his face, man. That
Embarrassing.
Valkyrie is just so good.
It makes sense for the targeted Bane the last game.
I honestly can't remember the last time I saw a Faceless Void get time dilation as a carry.
It's a decent skill now.
But level 2?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. It's like 80 damage over 8 seconds if they used a spell.
It's using against an Nyx Assassin as well.
Be fearless.
I mean, he's not going to be trading right clicks that much with the Bloodseeker. If anything, he's going to like time dilation. He's going to slow them, do a little bit of DPS, and he can run him down. I think DNM just struggles up here regardless.
Yeah, it's true. I think they just picked this because like they knew they needed a hero to go late game, but it is really struggling in the lane so far. I mean, Mariano is just putting the work in. He's still got 4 tangos to work with as well, whereas DNM's really relying on Pingu to keep him sustained in this lane.
They needed a hero that could take into the late game and somebody who could have an impact in the team fights earlier on. I was thinking they needed a little bit of a soft carry, which like you can't just pick like an ultra hard late game when you've got a Templar Assassin on your team. Like Spectre, that sort of thing isn't really an option. So Faceless Void, at the very least, you can provide Chronospheres, which is going to help do a lot of damage when you keep up with light when you have the Templar Assassin on your team. So they might be able to take advantage of that. Sexy Yogi, I think, is going to go down here.
Well, he's actually chasing after Giant. Pops the Fairy Fire. It's a support battle for first blood, and it looks like Sexy Yogi, he does end up giving it over to Kits. Gets the kill at the end of the day onto that Coddle, but first blood
XP.
going to the TA is quite nice.
Yeah. They come online a lot faster thanks to that one. Does he steal? Yeah, he does. He ends up getting the ghost at the very least.
Yeah.
Just pick up there.
But this is pretty much what you want to do on the TA, right? Like I said, you just have to avoid the lane. You don't fight into the Razor. You never win that battle. So Kit's going to be relying on stacks coming in from Giant pretty heavily this game, as we'll see him jump into the jungle at this exact moment to do that.
Stacking both these camps here for the Templar Assassin. You clear them a little bit slower than you used to, just due to the fact that the spell range multiplier was reduced. You do less damage with each spell onto the ancient creeps, but it's like, I don't know, you lose a couple of seconds off, but you don't lose a massive amount of time. Templar Assassin is still fairly strong. We girl bossing it.
Yeah. Burna, top of the CS charts right now at 20, I mean, almost 30 last hits, quite nice. Valkyrie struggling a little bit, but overall getting a decent amount of solo experience since Giant has left the lane for a moment, so he's gonna be able to do quite well, I think, as we go into that mid game and that Sven decides to leave that bottom lane. All right, what do you think? What's the game plan here for 4G? Is it really just stack camps and get this TA online? Valkyrie falling low, gets the TP out though. That early Helm of the Iron Will, so tanky when you have this item. 6 armor is no joke.
Yeah, I think they'll probably nerf that item in the next patch. It is just way too good. They've slowly nerfed of the items that provide like tons of HP regen and armor over the years, and Iron Will, just because it hasn't built anything amazing, has been relatively unchanged. But
Yeah.
you know, it now builds into Helm of the Overlord eventually, which is also a very good item. So it'll probably get nerfed.
PP finds a random courier as it's making its way back to base. And the camp's going to start being warded up here from the side of the Radiant. I mean, Infinity wants to be able to see the TA as soon as he goes for these stacks and then contest them here with this Razor. So they're just not allowing him to come into this triangle at the moment.
I mean, yeah, it's ideal for Razor to come in like halfway through the stacks being done by a Templar Assassin. Then he can start to finish off the rest of them by himself. If you do them at the start, then they'll just kind of zone you away. Yeah, then they'll come back and do the stacks later. The goal is to like take them when the Templar Assassin's taking them, essentially.
He gets the D ward there on Giant. It does end up costing... Oh, and he denied the bounty rune with the boar. Okay, that's kind of nice.
Gamer.
Just watching these two supports battle it out is quite funny. So far, a pretty big gold lead for the Radiant. I mean, they had a 2K here at 6 minutes. They're top net worth on all 3 of their cores. Question is this going to change when the TA goes to the jungle or not?
I mean, Templar Assassin will eventually pull ahead. I think she'll sit at the top of the net worth after he clears out some of these ancient stacks and whatnot, or at least be fairly close to Sven.
Mid lane Kits. She's going to go for the dive here on this Razor, and oh man, this is a huge kill if he gives this up. Giant has Illuminate in 1 second. He's going to toss it, and he gets it. That's going to be so much experience for those 3 guys, and honestly, Kits just walks right on over. They're going to go and stack these Ancients one more time, but in comes Seki. Oh, he doesn't actually find the TA self. Does block the stack. No, it's still stacked. Okay.
He stacked it for them.
All right.
Who's stack did that count? Did that count as Phoenix?
I mean, I think Pingu hit it first, so it might be Pingu's, but this is exactly what we're talking about. They're going to be able to play aggressive here into the triangle. Kits cannot clear these ancient stacks. He has 1 point. I guess he only has like. I guess he only has 1 point side blade, but only 1 point
is all
meld.
you need. Looks like 1 point side blade is all you need.
I'm more worried about the ancients. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do it himself.
Yeah. No, not the ancients. He'll need more side blade points for that one. But the hard camp he can clear out.
I mean, he needs more refraction or meld points, right? Like,
actually, he doesn't need more side blades. He can just get more refraction if he gets his Dragon Lance. But he probably won't be able to clear out the ancients until he got the Dragon Lance. Kits, don't do it. Oh no, he's just stacking again.
This is a oh, he is going for it. He's gonna use the traps to actually help clear it. And a slow, patient clearing here. Top lane, they've rotated Burna up here. 3 heroes. They want to be able to take this tier 1 tower, and Beastmaster will be able to start putting pressure bottom on his way to the Helm of the Dominator. Just a couple gold away. And Kits, I mean, we look back, he's actually done pretty good. He got the 4th point in the refraction, and these ancients, they're dead.
I mean,
Omni
it took
and Coddle
so long.
just pumping spells into him is the only reason this works.
Yeah. It took him such a long time as well that Sven actually stays ahead of him. Normally it's like, okay, the Templar Assassin clears it out so quickly, then goes back to farming. It's just like bonus farm. But it's only slightly made a difference here.
Rupture into DNM. He's forced to TP. He like time walked into the lane and just gets instantly ruptured.
Yeah. I mean, there's your instant punishment. Mariano's going to take advantage of that if you give him the opportunity. Who is apparently working on a Rod of Atos. Interesting.
I like this
I
a lot.
I feel like they don't have enough disable. Yeah.
Really good at dealing with the Keeper of the Light, the
Bottom
Omni,
lane.
and stuff like that. Yeah, bottom lane. They're going for a little bit of a dive here. Beastmaster has that roar, but PP here on the Razor is just going to run him down. There's nowhere to go. And Pingu trying to TP out. Not going to be successful. They do manage to trade for that kill there using those summons, but you just lost 2. PP on the Razor is just going to feel so strong in this game for a while, honestly.
Yeah. That's one of the benefits of Raze. I mean, it's fairly good against the Templar Assassin. It's okay against the Faces Void. You're going to have to use your Time Walk to get away from him to break the link. But taking advantage of his strength early on. Sven just cleared up some Ancients of his own, by the way. He's sitting more than 1,000 net worth ahead of the Templar Assassin. So regardless of the Ancient stacks being taken, still top 3 heroes are all on the side of Infinity.
Yeah, they're feeling real happy about the state of this game. I mean, look at Faceless Void's net worth, man. He is having such a miserable game here.
Hopefully it'll get better. Right? Right?
This is not a hero that's known for farming.
But what are the recovery options here, Ricky?
I mean, he's going the Echo Saber build. I think that's correct. But your recovery options are fighting. If you're the Faceless Void here, you got to put this Chrono to good use. You got to group up with your Beastmaster. And you've got to make space for this TA. I think that's the only way that that's going to work. TP's coming in bottom. The Hawk's going to scout it. They know that they're here. Faceless Void. Time walks away. Bloodseekers TP quite long, so they just get the tower and back. I mean, they forced TPs for this, and you still got Kits farming in the mid lane. Dragonlance now done on his way to the Desolator.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, this is a good play for Gringos. They get this tower, you force the TPs. He ends up getting clipped there by that one there.
The Chrono on the backside, it catches 2. Bloodseekers here, gets the Rupture out, but is it going to be enough to just bring down this Beastmaster Roar? It's available. There's going to be the egg. They got to focus on it. They get both. They get the 2 kills that they want. Now Pingu out of spells. They will take down Beastmaster. Kits wrapping around the backside under the cover of Invis. Great Blood Right's going to catch 2, and this Bloodseeker is he's just zooming around, man. Burna has to be careful. Chase down, nice Atos. DNM comes in, time dilation, ends up catching multiple heroes, and they're just gonna settle for Pamploma here. Ends up being a great fight for 4G.
Terrible for them. They only lose the Beastmaster and the Keeper of the Light there. And there's a time dilation coming into play that unfortunately wasn't able to get off multiple impales towards the end of that one. So trade ends up being actually more even than I thought. 1300 XP to 1700 XP for Gringos there, and only 300 net worth going their way. Sven surviving that one was probably pretty decent for them, but Templar Assassin getting a little bit more goal under a belt. Now actually second on the net worth.
Yeah, Kit's movements have been pretty good. I mean, he wrapped around the backside with that invis, and then immediately TP's mid to deep push, farm a little bit. And Infinity, they're coming back to the mid lane. I mean, they really want to get this tower and open up this map, but they have just been unable to. Kit's in trouble. That might be a dead TA. No, Heavenly Grace, quite a good spell. The question is, do they have detection? They do. The dust finally comes through, but they do not want to dive behind the tower for this one.
Right, Heavenly Grace, I forgot. Your rupture lasts 5 seconds.
Yeah. And he has a regen rune. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You gain 760 HP. You gain, what is it? 20 HP regen on top of the extra base strength regen.
Oh. Valky will find these enemy heroes and just gonna tank the gank for his bot lane, I suppose. He's gonna send his army to the mid though. Try and put some damage onto this tier 1 tower.
Nah, he tries. Sexy Yogi's trying to deal with it, but it's just burying the creeps off of it. PP will clear this one out. They need to take this mid tier 1 tower, but they're doing a decent job of defending it here on 4 Gringos and don't have any great tower takers. I think that they need like a BKB Blink Dagger on Burna before they're ready to like actually jump this tier 1 mid. Otherwise, they'll just get kited around.
Yeah, it is not easy. Bottom lane, Faceless Void has recovered a little bit. Gonna get found by Pamplona? No, I just used that last second of the Vendetta to put some damage out, but Echo Saber's done. Now the question is, are you gonna be doing the like Echo Saber disassemble, or do you just hold on to it here? I feel like you have to hold it.
I think he'll probably pick up one more item. He might want to get into Sandra Nyasha this game.
Yeah, it feels like a pretty good SNY game.
Yeah. I mean, a decent stats resistance from Omni Knight being able to drop.
They still catch him, but he's much closer to his team. Good ward drop there as well. You'll unable to find them in the trees. All right. Space made, I guess, for the side of Infinity is farming up on the Sven still. Burna is going to be a problem eventually. I mean, he's got, like you said, the Oblivion Staff done. Does this Courier have a Ogre Axe on it? It has to, right? It does, yeah. So his Courier died with his Echo Saber.
Unlucky.
So he's about to get the Echo Saber and the Blink Dagger completed around the same time. Not really what he wanted, but...
Radiant's bottom tower.
He needs to be able to start contributing a little bit more to the team. He hasn't been involved in too much so far. Just that one fight in the bottom lane where they actually ended up winning that one on 4 Gringos. It's dangerous moving into the enemy team jungle, though. They've got pretty good vision on the side of 4 Gringos, and they don't have much vision on... I guess they've gotten down a couple wards just recently. But yeah, they've got decent vision here on the side of 4 Gringos. So if this Sven moves into your jungle, you're going to be able to catch him out. In fact, they do. They pick him out.
Dire should look to their top.
I mean, overall, the one thing you have to worry about is Valky on this bottom lane Beastmaster will always be able to put pressure on your towers. So he's going to try and find a creep.
Yeah, it's not as good as it used to be, unfortunately, with the Necronomicon.
Oh, he actually already had a creep. He's just dragging the mid wave. Okay, look at this guy. Oh, shoot. Pingu is dead. TA caught out as well. All right, that's a big fight, and now Giant caught out as well. Pretty fast here on the Coddle, though, so he should be able to survive. Well, blink forward from Burna. Maybe not if he gets his eyes on him. Instead, DNM, he just pops the Chrono. Gonna try and take down the Sven. Does he have the damage? He's by himself. He turns it around. He gets the Stormhammer. The stun is there. DNM, he gets caught with the Atos, but dodges it, and they get the kill. Roar on the backside finds the Bloodseeker. He's gonna be pretty fast, though. Oh, unless he just gets bashed constantly, and then maybe not so much. Spirit Vessel should be enough to finish him off, but the Faceless Void. No time walk left, and PP jumping forward with Tumbler Story, trying to get on top of Giant, but he's so dang fast. Spirit Vessel once again. This Vessel has just done so much work in these fights, and now PP on the run. Will he be able to survive down to 90 HP? Looks like he will. Sexy Yogi will TP out as well.
Yeah, looks like he thought about going back in there on the Razor, but decided not to in the end. But ended up cleaning up a couple of these big kills, the Sven being the biggest one of all. And you know, despite the fact that you lost 3, XP and net worth actually ended up going your way there.
I mean, the Coddle just did like all the damage. The Coddle did 3,500, 3,600 damage because of this vessel. Just getting charge after charge for each death and doing so much work there. But I mean,
Giant popped off in that fight.
Yeah.
And you know, knocking people out of the way with the blinding lights as well.
There is little hope for
It looks like Burner wants to go for more here, moving into the jungle.
Yeah, Mariano's trying to get over on top of Beastmaster, but it's not going to happen.
courier has been killed.
They need to take this mid tower here, but again, when you're playing against the Coddle, it is so difficult to grab this. I really think they need the BKB done on this Fen before they're able to take it.
Ooh, Kits has been found once again. Pingu comes through Heavenly Grace to save him. Egg dropped right away. I think they're going to try and back, but the Razor just doing so much work. Meld down, TA. Do they have the vision? She's stuck. She can't go anywhere. Meld Strike gets tossed. Kits burned down by PP, and now he's looking to take for more. Grabs that Omni Knight, and now they finally get their hands on top of Giant, surrounded by 3. Oh, Blinding Light to try and push them back, but it's not going to be enough. They trade 2 for 4. A fantastic win for Infinity, as now they do get this mid lane tower.
Yeah, they really need to commit all the heroes possible for that one. Unfortunately, didn't have Chronosphere available, and you were in a different lane at the start of that fight on Faces Void. He is going for that Sanjin Yasha, by the way. I thought he was going to disassemble this Echo Saber like several times and build it back up again, like you see once in a while.
Yeah.
But it's not what he's going to be doing this game. Still, nice fight for them. I mean, just diving onto that Templar Assassin. I think she forgot that the Bloodseeker Vision Sheen just now 30% HP for True Sight and not 25%. She was just barely sitting below that threshold behind her tier 1 tower when she was melded there.
Yeah, it is a rough game for the TA. I mean, this Phoenix is just making such quick work of her refraction charges, and the Bloodseeker's Rupture, I mean, every single time is being dropped on her, just allowing PP to just go for a full duration static link with the Eye of the Storm. I mean, this guy, he's so difficult to deal with on the Razor. I mean, he's so fast, pumps out so much damage, and you don't really feel like you want to focus him down on the Razor because there's all these other heroes you have to deal with.
Yeah. I mean, if Pingu managed to get the Heavenly Grace off on the Templar Assassin before the Rupture came out, you would have survived there, because it's only a 5-second Rupture in that case.
That was a double smoke by 4G there, Giant saying, sorry. I don't think they saw Sexy Yogi across the street there, and
oh my god, this is really good positioning by Sexy Yogi. He ends up catching him out here.
They got Coddle.
Nice ward. And quick reaction there.
They instantly smoke too. They want to look for more, and DNM, he's not in a great spot to see this coming. Pamploma under the cover of Vendetta. There's gonna be the ATOS. It connects, and Pingu, he's gonna try his best to keep him alive, but it's not gonna matter. The Silence catches the Omni as well, so he's got nothing to do. Yule's in the air, gonna catch Kits, and PP with all the damage in the world. Triple kill for the Sven. 4 heroes down as a result of that, and Infinity looks good as they go right into the Roshan.
Well, you got God's Strength up. You took the fight right beside Roshan. Get that extra attack speed thanks to the Blood Rage as well. Why not? Positioning. Still working on this Helm of the Overlord on the Beastmaster. It still hasn't come out yet here at 20 minutes in the game, and I feel like they're starting to miss their timing now. They're about to get really tough here on this Fen. Aid is found, BKB completed.
They found Valky. Nyx has got him, and with the rotation in from Sexy Yogi, this Veil just gonna amp so much of this damage, and Bloodseeker with that silence. It's gonna be going the way of Burna. Pamploma, I mean, I don't know. If I'm the Nyx there, I'm definitely taking that, right?
Yeah. Here's a fun fact. Do you know Veil of Discord actually amps the damage you take from Great Cleave?
Yeah, because it's spell damage, not not.
No, it's just because it's spell weakness. Spell damage amp doesn't.
Yeah, it's spell weakness. Yeah, you're right.
But they didn't apply that same like exception clause to spell weakness for some reason. Weird code. Spaghetti code.
Indeed. 8k gold lead now for the side of Infinity, and Sven just doing Sven things. I mean, he's just popped over 14k net worth. We saw the Deso, you know, Dragonlance finished up on Kits. He also found himself a Grove Bow, but trying to get to this Blink Dagger after that, I feel like you still need a BKB this game to be at all relevant.
I agree. It's going to be a pretty long while now, though. I think. What's the Templar assassin going?
Blink.
Dagger. I think I talked about this at the start. I think you're not going to be able to take these 5v5 fights against the Infinity lineup. You need an Aghanim Scepter. Like, you need to be able to push these waves. Yeah.
Oh, Burna just blinks in super aggressively.
He's fine. He's got Aegis and BKB.
Yeah, I mean, but if they burn the Aegis here, it's quite nice. Okay, they're going to TP in. That is a hasted Razor, baby, and a beautiful stun from Pamplona. They can't get out on the Nyx. Faceless Void. Nice roar, holding Sven in place. Egg up on the high ground, trying to take down DNM. Is it going to be enough? The Rupture, not going to last. But another Stormhammer, he could do it. No, the Heavenly Grace. That status resistance is too dang good. Nice time dilation, but a Yules doesn't actually time it correctly. Now, Burna, he's coming a little bit too far. They've got the Chrono for this and no egg. They might actually turn this game around. Sven now stuck here all by himself. The damage going through. Great stun here from that Impale. Can they get DNM? They will not. They get Burna. A 600 gold bounty baited on the back of this Faceless Void, and he's going to continue to look for more. Time dilation comes through, catches the Nyx. Jumping up onto the high ground. Kits?
It was a smart play.
Oh, the high ground miss. That was
Nyx,
a super dead Phoenix if that hit.
Yeah. Nyx Assassin opted not to pop the Spike Carapace on that time dilation coming out. Instead, he just opted to blink away.
Mid lane, Kits gets the blink off to dodge the Atos, and now Valkyrie just a little bit too fast. They haven't really connected quite yet, but Pamplona here, Invis hits him with that Spike Carapace. They gotta be careful. So much damage coming in from Kits here on the TA in mid lane. They're trying to just get the tower, the backdoor there from those summons, and now the blink forward. Kits from downtown takes down the bird.
All right, this is some wild stuff. I mean, I think if Sven turned on them faster before all this, we're not done yet. There's more that's about to happen.
We're going for this top tier 1, and Valkyrie with this Thunderhide. I mean, you got the Frenzy.
Mariano's making the call.
He wants to fight. Atos Yules. They see DNM, they see Pingu. He's gonna get the Heavenly Grace out onto himself. He'll buy himself a little bit of time, but this Sven able to chop through him, no problem at all. They do get the tier 1 tower top in the process. And they've also managed to catch Giant here with this Rupture, so they'll take 2 kills.
They want more than this, though. They didn't get enough for how much they lost, unfortunately. But it looks like that's a... All right, never mind. I see DNM. Oh, no.
Oh,
right.
Scuffed time walk, but it looks like he's going to make it out.
Yeah. He realized that it is not safe.
Yeah, there's no way you can sit in your triangle without vision right now and be like, yeah, this is fine.
I want a chance to talk about that last team fight, but it looks like I'm still not going to get the opportunity. Mariano has been hunting the last couple of minutes here, and he might just find the Templar Assassin as well. All right, never mind.
TP's out. And Valkyrie in the top lane. They found him. Atos comes through. He could go for a Roar TP, and that is exactly what he's going to do. But there's a Yules from Mariano. You can get out once, but not twice. That is a godlike spree for the Razor.
If you're trying to find this big creep, unfortunately, the Hellbase is a little bit too fast.
Bottom lane smoke up here from 4G, but he already TP'd out on the Sven. I think they saw the smoke with this deep ward. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I think so as well. I was paying too much attention to that Beastmaster at the time, though.
Bottom lane, they did see Pamplona for a second. They might try and go on the Nyx here. They have Dust. They got the Spirit Vessel proc. Pingu on the backside. They've got the detection. There's actually just a sentry already there, and Sexy Yoge comes in as well, but they will be able to pick off the Nyx. Team wrapping around from the backside. This ward being able to scout out pretty much this whole movement, and it looks like 4G bail.
Yeah.
Good call from them for sure. Otherwise, that would be very bad.
Yeah, I don't know if they want to take. Faceless Void is going back for that BKB that we talked about. You know, I've Scotty queued up for a moment, but he's changed his mind since then. Favorable build, but right now it looks like Infinity are struggling to get their hands on the heroes, and I think it only gets pushed. What is Templars hasn't got the BKB and not the Aghanim Scepter that I talked about though, so you ended up being correct on that one. I guess you just need that to fight into these enemy heroes. Like the Phoenix is going to burn down your refraction charges way too quickly otherwise, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's that plus the fact that like you're dealing with Razor and like you can't stand your ground against the Razor if you can get like stunned by the Nyx or stunned by the Sven and burned down by the Phoenix, right? You've got to be able to just like turn around and try and kill him before he takes too much of your damage or like pushes you too far off the fight. So now they actually smoke up here on the side of 4G after the completion of that BKB. They've got the Roar. They've got everything pretty much available. Giant also completed an Aghanim Scepter at the exact same time, so Will-O-Wisp is online. Now, the BKB's only really up on the Razor and the Sven for the side of Infinity. It makes it kind of difficult to play around this Will-O-Wisp.
I mean, that's going to be Razor's job in the team fight, basically, is taking down. He's the only one with the attack speed. He's a ranged hero. He's got to clear out the Will-O-Wisp.
Elven Tunic, Enchanted Quiver. I mean, that Elven Tunic is value.
Yeah. And it's going to be doing a lot of work here. The extra movement speed, evasion.
Does he not have an Overlord creep? Oh, he does. No, that's a Hawk. Where is his Overlord creep?
Good question.
It's just a glorified Vlad's. Don't worry about it, Neph.
Let's see. All right, what do we got going on now? It looks like, yeah, DNM feels like he can play pretty far up. He doesn't have BKB, which is kind of scary. He's instead going to go for an Aghanim Scepter.
He has Pingu just sitting right behind him is the thing.
And he has Sanjin Yasha as well, so committing anything onto him, he's going to get out of it pretty quickly.
Wow, he actually did go for the Axe Shard. Interesting.
Yep.
I guess the cast range is quite good, especially against these Bloodseeker like Sven.
Yeah. You want the damage and... Hey, come on, drop something from your...
Radiant's bottom tower is
Thank you.
under attack.
Anyway, he wants to be able to jump from pretty far away, and he can bait the enemies by going in and out a lot of the time too. If you can get them to waste a spell before going back in, or you can get like a better Chronos here from jumping extra far, that makes all the difference. Like, you're not the main carry here. Your main damage dealer is going to be Kits, and like I think your second damage dealer is Giant, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got decent items completed on the Faceless Void. I mean, if he's able to get a decent Chronosphere, he can dump a lot of damage into it. But yeah, I think you're right. It's, I mean, really just the Keeper of the Light with this Spirit Vessel who's going to be doing so much work. EV? Thinking about getting aggressive here, but oh, there's going to be the dive bomb. He's going for the backside. He gets... Yikes on the Chrono, but Sven gets caught by a Roar. Will-O-Wisp comes out. They take down the Keeper of the Light. Like you said, one of the big damage dealers, Kit's caught by a Rupture. Has to just TP home, save by that by that Omni Knight. But DNM now mid lane, he's in trouble. Has to just keep running.
Oh, that Sanjin Yasha ended up getting him just enough to be able to get out of that Stormbolt there, away from that silence, and end up losing the Omni Knight. You committed your Guardian Angel as well, so they're more than happy to fight into you. Kit's BKB is on cooldown. They don't have Roar up either.
Dive Bomb comes through, looking for the Sven. He's got a Satanic though, so you gotta be careful. Stun up under the tower, the damage. Kits, can he finish him off? The bash! Unbelievable. They take down the Sven. And they're gonna look for more, potentially. DNM Valky Dive Bomb once again catches the Nyx. Dude, this spell is wild. Sexy Yoge has Egg, not going to get a chance to use it. Spirit Vessel out onto PP. He's got the BKB, going to be forced to use it. He's just caught inside this Will-O-Wisp. There's no way you can leave. There's the disarm, the static link as well.
Tries to hold his ground.
I don't think you want to stay here too much longer, though. That BKB, like you said, it's expired. The Spirit Vessel's there. They're going to be able to take him down, and now DNM doesn't want to stick around for too long, but the egg pops. There's going to be a huge silence on the backside, finding the Omni Knight, but DNM going to continue the chase. The refresh there on the Time Walk. Maybe they can get the Phoenix. The Batch Spirit Vessel's out once again. They get another.
It's a die back on Sexy Yogi.
Four heroes end up dying at the end of this, and Roshan just respawning.
I mean, they extended a little bit too far. I managed to get the bash off from that Sven, finish him off before his BKB back up with God's Strength, and now game is on their side for the first time in a while for Gringos managing to take these fights.
Dude, this dive bomb ability is ridiculous. It's like 1600 cast range or something. Oh, what's the cast range on this? 1200 cast range.
Yeah,
He just double dive bombed the Sven and he just died. That's nuts.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I feel like Shadow Resistance is probably something that you're. Shadow Resistance is probably something you're thinking about, but I'm not sure you can like go 4,000 gold out of the way and use up another inventory slot at this point. Got Bloodthorn queued up. I think he just wants to get on top of Omni Knight at this point.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the other major issues. He couldn't stand there and fight those enemy heroes as he didn't have God Strength available. And the time that he did pop God Strength, they got a decent disengage with the Omni Knight. If you can't blow up this Templar Assassin, I think that you're losing this game.
Oh, mid lane, DNM.
Yeah,
The sound from it is so funny. It's so funny. He's got another Hawk just waiting. I mean, if they find Sexy Yogi with it, it'd be a big pickoff, but they're sitting up on their other high ground Granite Golem now, providing that extra help to everyone's team. It's 15%, right? Yeah. Oh, there they do. They find the Giant on that Keeper of the Light. Use the God Strength for this, but I don't think they're actually too afraid. Just, yeah, they're just gonna go. The roar comes out on the Sven. A 3-man Chrono. Nyx Assassin just gets cleaved. The damage, it's there. The egg does not survive. 3 heroes go down, and DNM is so happy to continue this chase. If he gets a badge, there's the time dilation. The minus armor from them is just gonna be way too much, and now 4 heroes once again go down, but could it be a 5th? Mariano, he's pretty faster on the Bloodseeker, but DNM, he wants to... Nah, he's not going to get him. There's no chance, right?
No. This has become a disaster all of a sudden. They can't get their hands on any of these heroes. I mean, these Chronospheres are...
Bash?
Get out.
Oh, the evade. Too
Easy
good.
dodge. Easy dodge.
He could have just, like, gone for a... Oh, wait, maybe not. Halberd probably does not last long enough for TP if he has the stats for this, huh?
Yep. Did better just by dropping the Yules on him.
Kits with this new MKB, and the fact that he just, like, 2-shotted that Nyx Assassin in that Chronosphere was ridiculous.
Off of the side blades.
Yeah.
This is rough. I mean, you're playing around these super high cooldown spells at the moment. You need to blow up either the Omni Knight or the Faceless Void at the start of these team fights. But again, when you're playing against this guy, you've got a BKB, you've got a Sanji and Yasha. If you try to commit onto the Omni Knight, you get Chrono. You try to commit on Faceless Void, they get GA'd.
They got a full lane of barracks and tier 2 mid now going down thanks to the push in from Valkyrie's summons, and I think they just back off after this. I mean, they got what they wanted. They still have the Aegis available on this Faceless Void, but they might just want to wait for their next set of items that are honestly not that far away.
Assault Kuras would make a world of difference in these team fights as well. Then you're able to stand your ground in the Faceless Void. Again, he's not pumping out a ton of damage. DNM is just kind of staying alive.
I mean, he did the most damage in the first, like, 4-for-1 or whatever. Yeah. He's doing a lot of damage now that he has this reverse time walk, and the Coddle just, like, constantly dumping chakra magic into him because he can just chase on to everyone. Like, no one can get away from him.
But you commit onto this guy, like, a lot of damage coming out of the Templar Assassin.
Yeah.
So even though he doesn't do a ton by himself, he just got all these survivability items.
Yeah, I mean, he's so strong. Look how tanky he is, man. He's got 3,400 health, and that's without the Granite Golem aura that we saw previously.
Well, he's got the Tip and the Grace on him. That gives him extra 760 HP.
Yeah.
Very cool ability. I've been winning a lot with Omni Knight recently, by the way.
Yeah, I saw you had like a 13-game win streak or something.
Yeah.
Did that ever stop?
No, I just pressed W and win game.
Wow.
It's that easy, folks. But now with advantage being pressed here by for Gringos, I imagine they'll probably stall this one out until 37 minutes. Get tier 4 neutralized and try to push high ground. I think pushing right now would be a little bit of a mistake. You should just take every advantage you can get. I mean, Assault Cross is something else we had talked about. When you got that done on the Faceless Void, it's going to be easy for you to stand your ground against the Sven.
Pamp Loma on the Nyx Assassin. I'm wondering if he's just going to yoink the bounty rune, maybe put a ward up. He's got a gem of his own, so feeling pretty confident. That Aegis gonna expire right then. Back to farm and go. Kits gets the level 25 for those extra refraction instances, which is really important this game. Needs to be able to keep those up as long as possible.
Yeah. I mean, as long as he pops the BKB, he can like man fight this Fen with all those refraction charges. The moment that his BKB pops, and the same way just gonna burn down everything instantly. But outside of that, refraction's gonna do a lot of work.
I mean, they have really turned this game around here on the side of 4G. I mean, this game was about a 7.5k advantage at a couple different points in this game for the side of Infinity, and now, I mean, look at them go, man. They're looking great. I think I heard a smoke. I did. Infinity looking like they want to take a fight here. Going into the triangle is going to be so difficult, though. They have great ward vision. DNM just waiting for someone to try and make that movement as he is closing in on his assault cross, looking for go for the wraparound. PP. There's a ward here that's gonna scout it if they decide to show. They got him. They see everything, and DNM just time walks. I mean, they're closing in on the rest of the team. Pingu would be the big find. He gets the chrono, but it doesn't catch Burner. The Willis, it pushes him in. They managed to hold down Sven. He gets the BKB up, but the damage from Kits and DNM is just too dang much. The reverse time walk, trying to get on over to this Templar assassin. She's in so much trouble because of this Razor. She's left all alone, but it's not gonna matter. She can't survive the time bomb. Like, wait a minute, they lost the Faceless Void as well. Berna TP's out. They've lost 3, looking for more. Giant gets caught out, tries to TP. Not gonna make it in time, and now Pingu, he bought back. Looks like he will survive.
Yep, not able to jump forward there on the Nyx assassin. The Templar assassin traps actually disabling the blink dagger on the Nyx there, but the Faceless Void tried to stand his ground against the Ven and blow him up while he was still silenced. I couldn't quite finish him off there. Then as soon as that one expired, you know, you've got God's Strength available. You've got a Satanic done on this hero as well. He realizes, oh, okay, I got to turn around now. I can't fight this guy when he's got his God's Strength up if he's not silenced anymore. But managed to get that Storm Bolt off and then silenced up by the Bloodseeker immediately afterwards. I think the Orc was on in that fight as well. So all of a sudden, Faceless Void not able to fight against Berna, and one good team fight turns the game around. They got buyback on every hero though.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to use a couple of them. This Templar Assassin just got stood on by this Razor and could not do anything about it. Like, if he's able to go for a full duration static link with, you know, this Eye of the Storm, you're feeling so bad. Not even Pingu on this Omni could do anything. And the Ags just now completed on PP gives them the ability to strike buildings as well as 2 targets. And they're going to make quick work of the base. 1 lane of Barracks already dead. God Strength coming off cooldown as well. I mean,
you gotta hold it.
Oh my goodness.
Strength here. You need it for this next team fight.
Lewis catches Bloodseeker, but
he's got a TP.
He's got a Wind Waker, dude.
He's got a TP, but he's not going to be able to. Chronosphere's up. They could turn this right now if they wanted to. They have to let Mariano die.
Yeah.
They need to let Mariano die.
Rupture on the backside, catches Kits, but Sexy Yoga as well.
No,
the silence, nice impale from Pamploma, but they're gonna get 2.
Yeah. Let's save a friend syndrome right there. They end up losing Phoenix as well. He does have buyback available.
Long Roche respawn though. 1 minute and 40 more seconds.
Yeah, very good for Infinity. Well, the game evens back out again. He ended up committing God Strength.
He did.
I missed that.
I think he farmed with it. I don't know.
Yikes. Well, at the very least, Roshan's respawn is going to be after his God Strength comes back up, but hopefully they don't choose to push while Phoenix and Bloodseeker are dead. I think going to have the opportunity to at this point. It's a little bit sketchy. Phoenix didn't necessarily have to go down there. He stuck around a little bit too long for Mariano.
DNM does have the backtrack talent now that he is level 25, so killing him going to be that much more difficult as he is going back for the Eye of Scotty. Where are we on Razor? The 25 talent, of course, you go the Eye of the Storm target. Works really well with that Axe. Berna, I'm sure is going to go the God Strength damage, right? There's no way you go the Storm Hammer duration, do you? In this game, it's not bad, but you're against an Omni, so.
Yeah. All right.
Catching
they're
Sven here
smoked up.
would be huge. The time walk in. DNM, he just goes for the Chronosphere. They want to commit. Can they do it? The egg
There's the save.
save. Oh my goodness. A great play from the Phoenix. A nice two-man impale comes through. They're going to try and take down Pingu. He's able to get the ultimate off just in time. The roar onto the Sven. He does. The BKB getting beat down by DNM. Can he get these spells off? He's just getting pulled in place. And now Burna. He pops the Satanic. It's just DNM versus the world. Wind Waker to try and save his ally. But he's got the Spirit Vessel now. And he cannot escape. He has buyback, but he's expended everything. And DNM looking for more. Now chasing for Mariano underneath the tier 4s. Buyback here on the Phoenix. The confidence from 4G here as they just know they're stronger. And now they go for the raise of the buyback. Gonna get forced. EP falling low, but Sexy Yogi almost managed to save that fight on the back of this Aghanim Scepter.
There was a bit of a misplay there by the Sven. I mean, he ended up jumping in, held that BKB for so long. I think he was waiting for somebody else to approach him. He didn't want to try to trade with the Faceless Void on top of where he was. But, you know, beautiful save there by Sexy Yogi. But I feel like Burna kind of threw that fight there by not popping the BKB earlier. He's trying to stay on top of the target.
Now
At this point, you might need Negative Scepter to stay on top of people.
on which hero?
On Sven.
Yeah. I mean, if he has the shard queued up, but it's going to be a minute. Roshan with that refresher. That's about as good as it gets. I'm sure DNM holds on to this. Yeah, he's going to hold the refresher. Yeah, he's got, I mean, it's like you don't want to leave your treads in the Roche pit. That doesn't sound good.
I think you just lose off of this one. I'm going to be honest.
Razor sending the courier out, trying to get to his refresher. I mean, refresher Razor is incredibly strong if he's able to get it. But the question is, can you survive a double Chronosphere from a Faceless Void with like a double BKB?
The answer is no.
Thank you, Dev.
Yeah, the Phoenix is going to be there for the save, but, you know, after they got him once with it, I think he's just going to try to chrono the Sven where the TA can hit him, and then chrono the Phoenix as well.
And they're never going to find Pingu. I mean, he's got a Ninja Gear, so he's just sitting back, chilling. He does not mind. They are not going to be able to jump him on the Sven or the Nyx Assassin like they want to, and as a result, the second lane of barracks goes down.
Taking this fight into for Gringos is incredibly difficult.
Pamplona going in, wrapping around. They have the vision there. And I'm going to catch a Stormhammer, but the question is, yeah, they're going to punish the Nyx real fast for that. And that's Gem on the deck. 60 seconds without buyback. I mean, he was trying to go for a wraparound and find someone, but Coddle had that Gem. I don't think he knew.
Well, you might just be forced to give up Mega Creeps here.
I mean, they've still got everything available for the side of 4G. They want to go in. Razor taking a ton of damage. They will just time walk out. That's going to be the first usage. He does have this refresher. But DNM, there's going to be the roar of the Chrono. He's pump faking it, trying to force a response. But Razor, he's going to be forced refresher. Gets a 3-man. Chrono on the backside. Burna trying to help. There's going to be the refresh. Razor is going to go down as well as the Phoenix. Burna 1v4 on the backside. Can he do it alone? DNM just too damn strong on the Faceless Void. Gets the triple. Looking for more. The GG's come out in 4G. What a hell of a game!
Yeah, there's just no way they're able to fight against that double Chronosphere, and we saw the use of that refraction towards the end there. The Sven was hitting him, and I think he thought that they had Guardian Angel up, because after he started hitting him, he kind of walked back and forth for a second, realizing that the GA wasn't there. It was just refraction on the TA, but you can't burn through all those charges on the Sven by yourself. You know, the Phoenix was just chronoed up on the backside, so they go, okay, just 1v1 the Sven with refraction charges on the TA. Doesn't matter how much damage you do, as long as you soak up those hits. Beautiful last team fight there. They just could not do it against that refresher shard, like we talked about.
I mean, DNM had such patience on that Chronosphere too. Like he was just there to zone them out as Burna went on the backside, and it ended up being the knife in their back that ended the game for them. Like they could not join the fight, and Sven was just all alone, and the amount of damage that they can drop into these Chronospheres was just pretty unreal. So incredible first game here in this second series.
Yeah, MVP, I don't know. DNM played an amazing game. I feel like Pingu was a real nuisance as well, but I think that's just Omni Knight in a nutshell. Giant played very well his position for that game. The Spirit Vessel did so much work. We talked about
did.
that time and time again.
Oh my gosh. Actually, I want to look at his damage. Where was his damage at the end of this game on this giant?
25,000.
Yeah, Jesus. And most of that's probably a spirit vessel. Let's see. How much of it was a spirit vessel? Yeah, almost 6,100 of his damage was just spirit vessel this game. It was a great pickup. It was really smart, and he got a lot of value out of it early. I mean, this was overall just a really solid performance. Really close game back and forth. I mean, probably one of the closest we had today so far. But 4G, I mean, surprising everyone honestly today, taking a game off of Corey and now taking game 1 off Infinity as well. But we got so much more Dota lined up, everyone, so definitely stay tuned. Before we go to a quick break, I just want to say big shout out to our sponsor. For those of you who don't know, this tournament is sponsored by the one and only N1 Bet. So definitely a big thank you to them. You guys can deposit both digital and crypto wallets onto their website and use those to bet on the matches here in Pro Series Season 8. Enter code BTS Dota on bts.gg/N1bet, and you'll get an exclusive bonus on your wagers. So definitely make sure to check that out. There's a banner below the stream, and that's where you guys can find that. But we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back here with more Dota on the BTS Pro Series Season 8. We'll see you in just a bit.